Good morning. And welcome to the Emerson Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are so glad that you are here. My name is Theo Thomas. I'm a member of the senior youth class and the RE program, and I'll be your worship associate today. I offer a special welcome to those of you joining us for the first time, either in person or online. We are grateful you are here and look forward to getting to know you. As a Unitarian Universalist congregation, we affirm the inherent worth and dignity of each and every person through anti-racism, anti-oppression, support for the LGBTQ+ communities, working for reproductive justice, voting rights, and other issues, as the world calls us to side with love. We seek to build a beloved community, not only here, but in our surrounding area. If you are viewing online, we hope to meet you soon in the future. For everyone here in person, you are invited to join us for social time following the service for light refreshments in the fellowship hall. The fellowship hall is on the first floor behind the sanctuary. Then, at 11:25, please join us for religious exploration and small group activities. There will be worship reflections here in the sanctuary with the senior youth after the service, and additional offerings are listed in your order of service.
Now we pause to light our chalice as a symbol of our shared Unitarian Universalism faith. Our chalice lighting words came from a chalice lighting by Sharon Weil titled Balance. The hours of a day and night are in balance. In honor of earth-centered traditions that celebrate this time of year, we observe that the flaming chalice holds the elements of the four directions: earth, air, fire, water. The lamp of oil for earth, the air that feeds the flame, the fire we light, and the chalice itself, the cup, the symbol of water. We light our chalice and reflect on the balance we seek in our lives, the balance we seek in our hearts, and the balance we seek in the world. In the spirit of love and the beloved community, let's greet and welcome each other to this new day as we share our congregational affirmation. We need not think alike to love alike. At this time, please stand and greet your neighbor. Feel free to move about the sanctuary. Those online, please unmute and feel free to say hello.
A chess formula is taking over the world.
It's been 10 years since 276 girls were dragged into the forest by Boko Haram.
Man sets himself on fire near courthouse where Trump is on trial.
The 14 U.S. states where you can still afford to buy a home if you earn less than $75,000.
Your vision can predict dementia 12 years before diagnosis, study finds.
15 boxed cake flavors that are probably gone forever.
Pumpkin seed protein has one advantage over other plant-based options, dietitians say.
Suspected space junk strike in Florida signals new era of orbital debris.
Iran launches 300 missiles into Israel.
Russian double tap strikes in Ukraine hit civilians, then rescuers.
One dead, one hospitalized after police chase ends in crash in Johnson Ferry Road.
Finland's prime minister sorry for clubbing after COVID contact.
Trump hush money case makes history with first criminal trial of a former
This
president.
prosecutor pledged to change George Floyd's city. Her critics are
House
circling.
set to vote on foreign aid bills for Ukraine, Israel, and
Top
Taiwan.
Chinese swimmers tested positive for banned drugs, then won
America's new
Olympic gold.
TV habit. Subscribe, watch,
How
cancel,
America is
repeat.
picking up the
Will
pieces of a
conspiracy
broken
theories
global
be
order.
Aaron Rodgers' Achilles heel?
Colombian students arrested over campus rally may face
Scientists
others'
fault federal
consequences.
response to bird flu outbreaks on
How
dairy
to make
farms.
frozen shrimp
Ex-police
more
officer
delicious
pleads
and
guilty
faster
to
than
murder
FFA
and
will
shooting of
require
12-year-old
more
boy.
arrests for
Scientists fault
aircraft
federal
traffic
response to
controllers.
The
bird
Russian
flu
Navy had
outbreaks
3
on
giant
dairy
BE-200
farms.
flying boats. Then Ukraine drones swarmed in.
Now we pause and reflect on matters of the heart. Thank you, Emily, for joining me. For this morning's ritual, we have water and we have river stones. The stones are smooth and the stones have weight. They're indicative of both life's pleasures at times of ease as well as life's burdens at times of heaviness. The water receives these stones with ease and calmness. Each week, you are invited to write a joy, sorrow, or concern in this book or email it to pastoralcare@emersonuu.org to be read. If you're online, we invite you to recreate this at home. If you place a stone in a bowl of water to honor what's in your heart. We begin by placing 3 stones. The first, in honor of the Cherokee and Muskogee nations of indigenous people who lived here before us. Also, for those wrongly enslaved here who labored on this land. And another for all those hurting in current conflicts across our globe. Within our own community, we have a concern from Susan Ullman. After 2 months of enduring lots of medical stuff, I was diagnosed with long COVID. I appreciate your compassion and patience, and I ask for that to continue. Thank you. In thankful awareness, let us now say the Buddhist prayer of loving kindness. Please read the words with me that are printed in the order of service. May we all be filled with loving kindness. May we all be free from harm and suffering. May we all be well in body, heart, and mind. May we be at peace. Blessed be.
One way we put our prayer of loving kindness into action is by partnering with other organizations who work to bring love, kindness, and justice to the world. Our Share the Basket partner for April is the Chattahoochee Riverkeepers. The mission of the Chattahoochee Riverkeepers is to educate, advocate, and secure the protection and stewardship of the Chattahoochee River, including its lakes, tributaries, and watersheds, in order to restore and conserve their ecological health for the people and wildlife that depend on the river system, and in recognition of the important ecosystem functions provided throughout the region and planet. Established in 1994, the Riverkeepers employ a wide variety of strategies to protect and preserve the river and its watershed through 6 core program areas: the floating classroom, water planning and conservation, water quality monitoring, enforcement, legislative work, and in-stream trash removal. If you haven't participated in some of their activities, I highly recommend it. They're a lot of fun. Many of these strategies provide opportunities for interested individuals and organizations to learn about the river and to volunteer their time and expertise, as applicable, in various activities to ensure its protection. We are pleased to acknowledge the strong connections Emerson has had throughout the years with the Riverkeepers and the organization's decades of ongoing work protecting the river and its watershed. Donations will now be taken. For those in the sanctuary, as the basket is passed, please feel free to offer a donation or check in your order of service for other ways to give. For those online, go to emersonuu.org and select the Giving tab to donate. All donations, unless otherwise specified, are shared equally between Emerson and our partner organization.
Now, please rise in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, Imagine by John Lennon.
For the story for all ages. The young and the young at heart, if you didn't hear that. Okay, so today's story comes from the Chinese tradition, from a big old book called Journey to the West. So first imagine there's an island, Fruit Flower Island, okay? There's a mountain on top of it, and there's a big rock. It's gone. Boom, the rock splits in half. There's an egg. Boom, the egg splits in half. What comes out? A chicken, that would make sense. A chick, okay. A ghost? Or a goat, what was that? Goose, okay. Those would all make sense, but no, you're wrong. It's a monkey. And it's a monkey made of stone, but he eats and drinks and has fun like a normal monkey, so that part's not really important. So he goes around, he makes a bunch of monkey friends. They're playing in the water, they see a waterfall, and one of them says, hey, you know what'd be really cool? If someone jumped up there, we'd make him the Monkey King. Before they can even say that, he's going, woo! Boom, boom, he's Monkey King. And life is good as king. But after a while, he decides, you know what'd be even better? If he could live forever. Immortality, right? So he walks around until he finds a monk, which is not a tiny monkey despite the name. It's just a person that knows a lot of stuff about something, like in this case, immortality. So he says, can you teach me how to live forever? And the monk says, yeah. So he teaches him how to live forever. And once he does, monkey says, oh, yes, this is so great, I have no problems. And the monk says, well, yeah, but you know, the gods don't like it when we live forever. Huh? Yeah, they're gonna send lightning and fire and like people to beat you up and stuff. It's a real bummer. So monkey's really sad. And he's like, yeah, you know, the only way to, defend yourself is if you could transform into like animals and demons and stuff and fly. But like only a couple people know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? Yeah. I could teach you. And so he does. And life is good. And monkey goes home, and there's this big bullet that he beats up. It's not important. Then he goes and he dives underwater. He meets some dragons. They give him some magic stuff, and they also make him clothes, which I kind of picture like in Cinderella when like the little birds are going bippity boppity, right? Except they're these giant, powerful dragons that are huge and are like daintily, putting on the things. So everything's good, but people start hearing about how cool he is. So one night they kidnap Monkey, they take him to hell. Yeah, right, that's like against the rules. He can live forever, right? So he's really mad. So he decides to go fight everyone until he gets to the customer service desk, and he says, what's this? And they go, we probably meant to get another monkey. And he goes, there's other people named Monkey? And he goes, yeah. So they show him in the book, and Monkey's smart, so he goes and he scribbles out his name. So now he can't die. So he's immortal, which is a new thing, right? And he also scribbles out the names of all of his friends, because he's just kind of a stinker that way. So he goes home. So Heaven starts hearing about this, and they get pretty upset. And they send some people to fight him, but he just kind of beats them up. So they decide, well, if we can't beat him, let's join him. So they go and they give him a job. And his job is that he has to go guard and tend to the peach trees of immortality, which is just like a thing, right? So Monkey really likes peaches, and even more than that, he likes immortality. So he just accidentally eats 1, 2, all the peaches. And that wouldn't be a problem because peaches grow back, right? Except they were having the peach festival. So when everyone shows up, he panics and he shoots some lightning and knocks some people out, and then he pretends to be someone because he wants to go to the festival and he can't go as himself. That'd be weird, right? And when he gets there, they have the wine of the gods. So he steals all that. And he drinks it, and when you drink it, it makes you immortal. So when he's trying to hide, he finds this alchemist lab. That's a fancy magic scientist. And that scientist was working on these pills that, what do you think the pills do? Yeah, they make you immortal. There you go. So he eats all those. And he goes, ooh, people are going to be mad about this. So he goes, woo, and he flies all the way back home. And he's like, maybe they'll forget about it. They don't. They go and they send a whole bunch more people to go fight him, including this really cool guy that can transform into stuff too. And they have this fight where he'll turn into a mouse, then he'll turn into a cat, and then he'll turn into a dog, and then he'll turn into whatever it is that fights a dog. And it just kind of goes back and forth like that. So eventually they capture Monkey, and they're like, okay, we're gonna beat him up, we're gonna take him out, we're gonna punish him. So they throw knives and bombs and sticks and cheese or whatever at him, right? Well, in case he's lactose intolerant, I guess, I'm not sure. And none of it works because he's 5 or 6 or 7 or however many times. I skipped a few. He's very immortal. And they go, okay, we can go put them in, we'll go burn them. They go, I don't think fire's gonna work. They're like, no, it'll work. So they put them in the furnace, they burn them for not 1, not 2, not 7, 49 days. They pop him out, it didn't work. No, his eyes are like all red and cool because of the smoke, so he's like, hey, but he's just mad, right? So finally, the Jade Emperor, who's like the king of heaven, he goes and he pulls out his trump card, and he calls up his friend, boop, 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 boop. Hey, Buddha, can you help me out? So Buddha shows up, and Buddha's like, hey, monkey, hey, so what do you want? I want to be king of heaven. And he goes, okay, you can. And Jade Emperor goes, what? And so Buddha goes, here, we'll make a deal, okay? If you can jump out of my palm, then you get to be Emperor of Heaven. I'll believe that you can handle it. So Monkey goes, okay. So he goes and he puts him on his palm. And Monkey's kind of extra, so he doesn't just do a little hop. He jumps to the edge of the universe, like as far as you can possibly go. And at the edge of the universe, there's like these 5 pillars. I don't know if you guys learned that in school yet. I don't know. We're in Georgia. I don't know if they teach you everything. So he gets there, and Monkey needs proof that he made it there. So he goes and he scribbles his name on it. And he also marks it because he's a monkey. It keeps away predators. It's just a thing. Don't worry about it. Which is why we don't have wolves or grizzly bears here. You're welcome. And the monkey goes and he jumps all the way back, and he's so happy. And he goes, hey, I did it. And he tells him about it. And Buddha goes, oh, you wrote your name? You wrote monkey was here on a pillar? Was it this pillar right here? And he held up his finger, and written on his hand is that. So what happened, right? Well, it was kind of a trick, because the Buddha, much like the correct way to order a hot dog, is one with everything, right? So the universe exists inside its palm. You can't escape it, right? So Monkey's kind of upset about that. So he goes and he walks away and he tries to hide, because that's just what he does. And then Buddha drops a mountain on him, which normally wouldn't work, right? I mean, it's only a mountain. But they put a magic seal on top of it. Not that kind of seal. It's like a magic seal. And Monkey's like trapped there for 500 years, which is kind of sad. Eventually he breaks out and he goes on adventures with his friends, but that's kind of Monkey's little journey. All right, so please join me for the song of dedication.
Good morning, everybody. Are you ready? I'm Bruce King, music coordinator here at Emerson. Are you ready to participate in a small but big way with the anthem that's a video? I need to see that. Yeah. So get ready to create a sound that maybe symbolizes your frustration, your fear, your anger. Maybe you want to put the sound of love into this mix. I would love that. So, there's 4 notes. Yeah. So pick a note. I'd like to hear someone, and we're going to say, ah. So if you're a D, a low voice, let me hear someone that can, let's hear who wants to pick that note. All right. You got to keep your head on that note. The next one is this note. Who feels this angsty? Then there's another note. Who wants to take that note? Then there's this note. That's the really mad one. So very carefully, let's build it. Let's hit it hard. going to start out little, and we're going to get louder and louder and louder and louder. The video's going to start. There's going to be some credits, and I'm going to cut you off. All right? But you got to hold that note. You got to get louder and louder. All right? D's, start easy. Take a breath when you need to. Next note. More volume.
Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA riots, Rodney King, deep fakes, earthquakes, Iceland volcano, Oklahoma City bomb, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger Woods, MySpace, Monsanto, GMOs. Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, Fukushima.
Second rehearsal, we're getting better. Should we come back to the anthem? I want it now.
Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA riots, Rodney King, deep fakes, earthquakes, Iceland volcano, Oklahoma City bomb, Kurt Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger
I am
Woods,
Adrian Tice.
MySpace,
I
Monsanto,
am
GMOs.
I'm 16 and I am currently a junior at Pope High School. Our world is huge. Our world is complex. Our world is filled with people, places, things, ideas. There's no way to experience it all in a lifetime. There's no way you can take it all in. Not even close. For every person you meet, there are still hundreds of thousands that you will never meet. I've recently been fascinated by the amount that exists, and to such detail. Wouldn't it be nice to know it all? To speak every language? To know every fact? To meet every soul on this earth, all within a lifetime? It would be. I often wish I could do so. When I was a younger child, I remember thinking that adults were like this. They knew everything. And of course, since they were grown-ups, there's no possible way they could be wrong, right? School seemed the same way. During elementary school,